person kind of right down the middle with the original and the augmented. Something that at least has some emotions and some understanding of right and wrong. The alternate personality has, at that time, before the beginning merge, has no emotions. Right and wrong means nothing. Okay, simply follow orders.
Duncan, thank you for being here and sharing with us today.
Thank you.
It's probably been a couple of years since I'd seen your interview. I was wondering if you could talk about the experience when you were in a team, as you were youngsters, when you came in. I don't remember if you guys stood in a semicircle or a full circle, but took out the enemy. If you could discuss your perspective on the energetic mechanics of what was going on, how you did that, and perhaps some of the other phenomena that might have been similar.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. We were in Cambodia. We weren't supposed to be in Cambodia during Vietnam, okay? But we were there. There are some people in this room that were there. After we're finished, if anybody wants to talk to them, I'll introduce you. We were flown in as part of a rescue operation. A couple of SEAL teams and OSS teams were pinned down by Khmer Rouge fire. The process by what we did, I really don't have an explanation. But you're correct. We came out and we formed a semicircle facing the direction of the enemy fire. And we do have some more information on that since we did the interview. There were 12 of us. I was team leader. Consider each of us as an individual acted as a battery. And we transferred all that energy into something else. It was a 13th person. But we don't know who the 13th person was. A 13 again being a ritual number. The number of dead that day numbered in the hundreds. We then got back on the chopper and we flew off.
So I take it that was also another aspect of the training that one of the other personalities
Correct.
is schooled in.
Correct.
Interesting.
Thanks.
Thank you, Duncan, for being here. Very brave.
Thank you.
I watched the video with Dave Corso, and you seem to have more memory than he did. He doesn't seem to be have the memories that you do, or his doesn't seem to be as stable. Was he in your program, or was he the generation that failed?
No, Corso was not in my particular project. He was in a different sub-project. Okay, Project Talent wasn't the only game in town with all this. There were a dozen sub-projects going on. For example, Project Talent fell underneath the umbrella of MK Ultra. MK Ultra being a catch-all phrase for anything concerning mind control. There were 172 different sub-programs under MK Ultra. Project Talent being one. And Project Talent was where I began, and then I was moved, as I said, a lot of times what happened, Project Talent is like going to school, okay? And I was moved from Project Talent to the Ultimate Warrior Project because I was more suited to be a physical soldier than a mental/psychic soldier. To answer your question about Dave Corso began getting his memories back right the time he should. Late 50s, pushing 60, 61. That is when the blocks begin to wear down and the memories start to come together. He got them back right at the perfect time. I got my memories back because of an automobile accident. If I had not had the accident, I don't think I'd be standing up here right now. I would probably still be utilized, and I would probably be in the Middle East right now.
Oh, you'd still be working?
I have no doubt that I would still be part of the program.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi, Dan. I grew up in eastern Kentucky, so I'm very familiar with that area. And the people that live there and their history. One of the interesting things about that area was that in the 15 and 1600s, a lot of people that populated those mountainous areas were people from the British Isles.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, I don't say all, I know some, not every included, were running from the law. So they populated those mountains, and they were very closely knit and still are as a community. And my question to you is, can you talk about, you mentioned that your grandfather was a Druid. Can you talk about that at all and how that has affected you?
I had two grandfathers at that time. One, his name was Bull. He was a full-blood Cherokee. The other was my father's stepfather. And I grew up more with my father's stepfather than I did the other. What county or what town were you from? Par- Ashland? And you're not old? Okay, I know where you're from. But yeah, you're absolutely right. During that time, the mountains were littered with people that bail bondsmen would have loved to have seen. It probably still are. In all honesty, I have not been back there in 17 years. It's been that long since I've been back. And I seriously doubt if I will ever go back. Okay.
Duncan, you talked about how the two personalities for those less than 20 of you from your group who are still here is merging, those
Right.
two personalities. And that those in power are fearful of that, I believe you said. They don't want that to happen.
Right.
Can you just touch a little bit on that and why? What's causing those two personalities at this time to merge?
What's causing the merging? We have no clue, and neither do they, because it was not supposed to take place. What terrifies them about the two personalities merging? My alternate personality, one of my alternates, I have four. Two of them, we don't know how they got there. Okay. My primary alternate is known as Omega Unit 197. He knows where all the bodies are buried. He has all the knowledge, all the locations, the dates, the places, the bank accounts, etc. Imagine when we finally merge, I'll have that knowledge in this personality. That better terrify them, because I will turn it against them.
Hi there. I just want to sort of step in here and sort of help move things along here. Duncan, you're doing a great job. There's some interesting